ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconorosis.
What?
Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconorosis.
I've wanted to paint forever. I just never got round to actually going out and getting the stuff. Yesterday in the post office, I saw these and the little brushes and I was like, today is the day. I always worry about when I buy stuff like this, it's going to be something which I do for a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then you just end up getting bored of it and it just goes into the storage cupboard to never be seen again. But I got them anyway. I wanted something to do in the evenings, like after I finished doing everything that I want to do for the day, instead of just going to bed and just chilling out and watching Netflix or Disney Plus or something. I don't actually want to watch TV, but then on the other hand, I feel like watching movies is a way of escaping a bit and just relaxing your mind and just chilling, rather than going and doing other things and then not actually feeling like you've relaxed for the day. So I thought painting would be a good solution. Oh, and got completely the wrong brushes too, watercolour brushes, but I'm sure they all work the same. I promised my best friend years ago that when we have another room in each other's houses, we were always going to put a sign up and say that it was the other person's room. So every time our best friend comes to stay, it's her room. And she's coming to stay today. She moved away, it must have been about a year ago now, to a different country, and it was literally the saddest day of my life. Just not have her on my doorstep was going to be the saddest thing, and it still is, and I still cry about it every time she leaves. But she is coming today, so I thought I'd make a little sign for her and put it on the door that she's going to be sleeping in. See if she actually notices. Oh. Do you ever just look at the screen so much that your brain actually hurts? So Hannah is coming in a couple of hours. I prepped some of the meal that we're going to have today, so we're going to have fajitas because I know that she loves it. And yeah, I'm still deciding what we're going to do for the rest of the evening because I feel like she's here for such a short amount of time that I want to make the most out of it. We were planning to go rock climbing today. Things have changed since COVID. I feel like some people prolonged the restrictions, like they kept it in place just to make people feel a little bit more comfortable. But now they've lifted it, it's just going to be so full of people. I don't actually know if it's going to be enjoyable or not. So I think we've just decided to leave the rock climbing today. And I actually feel bad because I really needed to work out, and that was my workout. But, you know, I did look into going to the cinema to watch the new James Bond movie, but then I thought, she's coming here for such a short amount of time, do we really want to be just sitting watching a movie and not actually like talking amongst each other? So yeah, we're gonna go probably get a herbal tea and just have a nice time, like chill time before tomorrow, because I'm going away for a week training with the army for my mod 2. I'm actually just feeling the nerves right now because it doesn't feel like I'm actually going away tomorrow. It's just so insane. Mod 1 was only the weekend and Mod 2 is the whole week, and they're just 11 days apart. It feels like I haven't actually left. I feel like my body's still there. When I go there tomorrow, I'll be like, did I actually leave? Okay, I really need to get myself ready now. Dinner is prepared, so I'm feeling like I'm ready. I'm ready to have guests in the house. And I have a question to ask you guys. I was cleaning this morning, like doing a deep clean. Are you one of those people that also do a deep clean? Even though it's your best friend coming, you feel the need to have your house spick and span, just everything in place and looking presentable because you want them to walk in feeling like you're a very clean person and your house is always immaculate like this? Or are you one of those people that, you know, it's your best friend coming, like who gives a damn? I was feeling very torn about it as I was spending hours doing a deep clean in this house. I'm gonna say to you guys, my house is not an absolute dump, but you know, some things may be out of place, or I may not have wiped that surface till it's spick and span. Okay, that makes me sound really disgusting. If you had a friend come around all the time, do you spend those hours deep cleaning your house all the time, or? Anyway, moving on from that topic, I need to find something to wear. She's on her way very soon and I haven't gotten dressed, like I haven't even brushed my hair. I rolled out of bed this morning, literally, and I've just been studying science all day, looking at organisms and cells and all of that fun stuff. I don't know. So I've gone for this. Black trousers, basic top, and I'm just going to put a little pair of boots with it. No. Do you like it?
I love it, that's so cute.
I painted it this morning. Guess who's who?
I'm not going to say why I know which one's it. That's so cute.
I sent it to Frank and he said, I know which one's Hannah because she has the big boobs.
All I can imagine is you zooming. No. My face is bad enough from far away, never mind close. Evasion.
So how do you actually do your fajitas? Because sometimes I put the cheese on first.
What? I'm just so
You
funny.
put the yogurt on first.
Oh, it is.
What? Okay, so I do the cheese
Okay.
and then I do the yogurt.
But then that doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because the cheese will never melt.
Yeah, but it will melt because it's on the bottom and you put the hot chicken on top.
No, not if you put yogurt in between.
That's true.
We're
We're gonna make a Hannah fajita here. I'll just put a splodge on. I like it
What
red.
the fuck is that? That's half the yogurt. Then I salsa.
Salsa.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got a lot of juice coming.
See, because
Yeah.
you put 100 grams of yogurt. And then I chicken.
Come on, you've got to put a decent amount of chicken in there. So we've got the chicken, then you put the cheese on.
Yes.
Yeah, but wouldn't you put the yogurt, then the cheese on, and then the chicken?
No, because then there's a layer between the chicken and the cheese, and you need the chicken.
But now I feel like the cheese is gonna melt.
How it's more likely to melt there than when I had the yogurt.
It goes down too fast to even notice.
Oh, geez.
So, what are your best memories when we were younger? I was thinking about this earlier, and all I can think of was when we used to run down to the stables, and that time where we sat in between the jumps and the whole jumps collapsed. I think all of our best memories were when we were at the stables.
Pretty much. That's spicy.
It's smoky bacon. No, it's smoky
It's not
barbecue.
bacon.
What can you remember?
Jumping around your garden with sticks. All the time.
We used to go into my guardian's garden, didn't we? We used to get the garden chairs and put the bamboo sticks on the top, and we used to run around like each other's horses. And we used to jump over them. We did, didn't we? I was like, yeah, we're small, but we could jump so high.
But I can't do high jump in
We
PE
can't do high
because
jumps.
it's a different...
Did you do that at sports day? I got delegated high jump.
No.
The smallest person.
That's why I kept you as a friend.
I kept you as a friend because you know too much.
Yeah.
I was trying to count how many years we've known each other for. I was 8. Weren't we 8?
Yeah.
So it came to a ridiculous number and I thought, how have we actually known each other for that long?
Are you joking? We've known each other 16 years? I don't feel old enough to know you for 16 years. What the hell is that?
I remember all the houses that used to go around changing.
Oh, each of my
I
houses.
think it was Windsor was my favourite.
At the top of the hill. That
We
was
had
the first
our
one that you went to.
Heelys, is it Heelys?
Heelys.
And we used to always heel down the slopes.
That's where we got Ruben.
I remember when you got the puppy. We were all on the carpet. He peed on the carpet. And your dad grabbed him by the cuff and shoved his nose in there. And I've been scarred from that ever since. I don't know why. And I think that was just the most...
He never did it again, though.
He never did it again.
No.
But it was the most brutal thing, but I loved it. It was like good parenting.
Dad's dogs are always like really well behaved. I don't know
I
why.
can imagine. So what is your best memory of us at school?
I think it was you that I was in the hay barn with. And I don't know if we got locked in or if we were just in there for hours.
Is that your best memory out of everything?
No, that's one of my like memories I hadn't.
I loved
like,
it when we
remembered
used to
it
get
for
the
a while.
horses and we used to go bareback. And we used to sit there and just like gallop across the fields. I must say, we had the best times horse riding. We were the gang at school horse riding, weren't we? Everyone else was doing dares and making out with boys, and we were
I
running down the
was going to
stables.
say a bad comment. No, I'm not going to.
No!
I was going to some of the gang was still making out with boys. I must say I was the angel of the group. So it's okay.
Were you? It's the quiet ones that we have to look out for. So what was the most embarrassing thing you did at school? It must be that time where I used to always walk around the houses naked. I didn't even care.
You really didn't. I don't understand.
Because when you're with girls so often, you just become numb to it all. You just like strip off. It's a bit like how I go to...
I love how you say that as a generalisation.
You do, you just strip off because you can't just keep... you can't have anyone seeing me because you're just with the girls anyway. You were different because you were always so reserved. But I was an out there person. I just didn't care.
We're so opposite on that. It's so hilarious. In year 11, my wardrobe, the door came out towards another wardrobe, so it made like a changing room for me, and I was so happy about it. Honestly, because then no one could... When we had to go swimming when we were younger, remember we had to like
Get changed all
get
together.
changed. Oh, I hated that so much.
You didn't answer happiest times.
Mm.
You just answered the hay bale. There's loads of happy times.
That's the problem though. Almost all my time at school was
Maybe
actually
name a
happy.
few then. And I'll see if I can remember them too.
Your birthday, when we were really, really young, and we ran
Which
to the
one?
stables.
Because I feel like I had a lot of my birthdays were very similar. We went to Bockett's Farm. You know, I walked there the other day.
Did you?
I did, and I was recognising it all. And
Yeah.
every birthday, I used to always get a dark chocolate horse cake made by a local friend, and we used to have that every year. Oh, and that time, this was actually one of my best memories when you came round my house and we had our group of friends there, and we watched Doctor Who with the Darth Vader.
That was not the best
Darth
time.
Vader's. No, but it was like
it
a
was
memory
the angels.
the angels, the concrete
so
angels, and we had nightmares forever. And then afterwards, we had to put on Tom and Jerry.
But no, that wasn't a good memory. It was a memorable memory because it was so horrific. We were all huddled on the sofa, like terrified.
So you're saying one of your best memories was at my birthday?
I think it was on the day of your birthday. We ran to the stables and Irene was playing the music.
This was ages ago.
Like, honestly, my memory is ridiculous.
This was in the old stables that they had.
Like the old
So it
old
must have
days.
been year 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it was definitely junior school, but we
I remember
ran to the
that.
stables so
And she was
fast.
playing birthday songs for me, and I felt so special.
I think a lot of it revolves around the stables. But that's because we were
I
there
feel
so
lucky
much.
that we had that though,
So many
because a
people
lot of
don't.
people don't. Exactly.
We were
And
so
then
lucky.
We were.
One of my favourite times of my whole entire life at school, because I had so many friends, so many memories, like just... I was just so happy there. Like, I think it's actually just being around loads of people, because now that I'm at university again,
It's a different
I'm
environment.
happy. Like, it's not the same as school, obviously. But I don't know, it's just being around people. And the older you get, I think the more difficult that gets, because you don't...
It does.
It never happens.
No. When we were, I think it was 8 years old, you went to Paris. I cried.
You literally were
I
sobbing your
cried.
heart out. It was hilarious.
So I
Well,
was
not
like-
hilarious. But...
And you know what? I actually felt like a part of me was missing because we had our classroom, and because you're HP and I'm Alpi, we were always next to each other on the register. And for some reason, back in those days,
It just made me laugh.
we were all like alphabetical, weren't we, in the seats? So
Yeah.
Hannah and I were always sitting next to each other.
Thank God.
And then Hannah went off to Paris, and I always had this empty seat there, and I used to always look over. It was for 5 days, and it felt like a month, because I'd lost my P to my pod.
Junior school was amazing.
We were the teacher's pet, that's why.
Not in a
Not in a
an actual
malicious,
teacher's
is it a
pet
malicious way?
kind of way. No, I think we just like naturally were, but not from like a
Because we were
putting our hands up and doing all of this sort of stuff.
No.
Just from
I don't know why
trying.
we were. Was it because there was 2 of us and we were just sweet?
We were
Used
just
to
so
be
friendly.
Sweet, friendly kids. My camera died. We're talking about how you went to prom.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to prom. I don't know why the reasons were. I think it was
Did
because
you
I was
get
just...
banned?
No, I didn't.
No.
No.
I don't know why I thought it for a second.
Because we did some naughty stuff and we got told
No,
off
you
and
did.
sent home. You came with me.
No, that was you.
Okay,
That's why.
are we going to
first. Oh,
confess
yeah, no.
here? We're going to have to confess. So at boarding school, we escaped out of the boarding houses because we were a little mischievous. Okay, we
No, Laura did it first
I
with
did.
a group of friends, and then we got caught. Oh, that was so going. But they didn't think it was us at first. They went through every other like group of friends before they got.
They didn't have any cameras.
No, they did have cameras.
Oh, they did?
But we had our hoodies. How stupid.
Yeah,
They'd
so
only
I
just
think it was
got
at 12 o'clock at night time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We decided to escape to the top field, which is like a massive field at our school.
It was so shit that we didn't even do anything really.
We just walked around and we felt
Yeah.
mischievous. But I remember bringing lots of crisps. We call it, was it tuck box?
Yeah, check boxes.
Tuck box we used to call it at boarding school, where we could have sweets and chocolates. Why tuck? Is that an old-fashioned
I think
word
it's an
or
old-fashioned
something?
word.
So we used to bring that and we used to lay on the top field and just eat our snacks in the middle of the night time, basically, because we felt very mischievous.
Well, you did.
Yes.
I felt like I was having a heart attack and was going to die at any time. Are you having another one?
No, you have it.
I can't eat all of this, so you might as
No,
well.
half it. Half there, half for another one.
I can't have another one.
Yes, you can. And the second time that we went out, I think, who said, I've got a bad feeling about this?
It was
feel
probably
like, was it
me.
you?
Yes, because I did
See,
have a
almost
terrible,
innocent.
terrible feeling. But then you were like, oh, well, you had a bad feeling last time and you didn't come and we didn't get caught. I was like, okay.
I think if we didn't get caught the second time I went, then we would have got caught at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a teacher who was walking their dog?
Yes, yes.
Was like, what are you doing out? Someone went to the swimming pool.
It wasn't me. I
It
think I
wasn't
went
me.
back home.
And then the
house was
teachers
pretty
found us because they told them where we were.
No, they didn't find us outside. They might have seen us outside.
Was it?
But they saw us
yes.
on the camera and
Yeah.
we all had our hoodies, so they didn't know it was us. So they went to like the year above us, loads of the friendship groups there. And like there was this full on investigation going on and
I
we
didn't
kept
even
seeing
remember
people
that.
going into the office. We were like they're looking at each other, oh god, what's going on? We thought I think like they've caught us, but like I don't know. But they won't come in to get us, so like okay, maybe we're fine.
Gosh, I don't remember this part.
And then I think we separately got dragged into the office. I didn't even know what to say because at that point you're like, do we admit it or do we lie? And like, what have the other people said? Like, I don't know what you said. And then they put us on internal exclusion, which was the first time I'd ever been in actual trouble in school ever. So my parents were like, what the hell is going on? I don't think they really cared though. They were quite okay with it. They were just like, oh, you're just so stupid. But then they also put us on confinement for like a month or something, so like being grounded.
We got our boarding passes taken away. So we
Yeah,
had
but-
to go and live at home.
Oh no, I didn't.
I did.
Yeah, but that's because you were a ringleader. You were much worse than me.
I remember getting sent home.
Yeah,
I
didn't.
thought you did.
No.
How mean!
In fairness, I think though...
It's because I would have got in more trouble than you, because I've been in more trouble before. Maybe they looked at that.
My parents didn't care. They were okay with it.
Anne and Peter.
Whereas-
Ooh, they were
Yeah.
furious. I remember them coming to get me and I just shat myself a bit.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
can
And the
imagine.
headmaster actually stopped us before we drove off and he said how disappointed he was in me.
Oh, that
He was like, I'm so disappointed in you. And I shrunk into my hole. I really did.
Oh.
They were saying today, I was on this podcast called Jason Fox, guy from SAS. And he'd interviewed someone and this guy said you could shout at someone all day and they just wouldn't even like you for that. But if you say how disappointed you are, it really affects them. You know, I don't remember going horse riding.
Did you not? You might have been in more trouble.
I think
than
Anne and Peter really struck me down.
Mhm.
As soon as school finished, I was back home. You know, they actually enjoyed having me there so much, they asked me to be a day boarder after that.
Jesus.
Because they enjoyed taking me to and from school.
Lovely.
And I said, absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not, I'm going back. You know, I remember, is it every couple of years, you'd have a house and then you move to another house. The smallest house was year 3 to year 6, and then this Elizabeth house, the second house was...
7 and 8.
I remember saying goodbye to the beds.
I said
Did
goodbye
you?
to my bed
Did
on my
you?
last day.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was like, I touched it, I was like, oh.
I remember
see
at
you again.
junior school though, I was
Yeah.
doing it. We were so pathetic.
We were.
But we were like, no.
I'm actually kind of glad I did it though, because I was like, I said goodbye, I closed the chapter, and then I went on to the next. You weren't going to see any of that again. Whoever's friend group you go into, or whichever new friend you make, I will always be your oldest friend.
That's true. And we're going to a coffee shop.
We're going to go to a coffee shop now.
Can't say that in Amsterdam.
Really? They don't have any coffee shops?
No, a coffee shop is where you smoke weed.
What is a normal coffee shop? They all have weed in
A
Amsterdam.
No.
A cafe? Is that what it's called? The difference? Cafe
So-
and coffee shop?
Yeah. If you want coffee, you're going to a cafe. If you want weed, you're going to a coffee shop. So if you ever need weed, search for a coffee shop.
Right, where's the coffee shop? Good morning! We have to say hello.
Oh my god, I look like a monster.
We have to say hello. This is my best friend.
Oh, it's my arm.
This is my best friend.
Hello. Going for breakfast.
We're going for breakfast.
Yummy.
And we're going to have a giant pot of tea. And then we need to wee the whole time.
Yes.
We feel like old grannies, don't we?
We are old grannies, you know.
This is where we're going to have breakfast. This is our tradition. I feel like we always come here.
It's always built like tea for life.
Oh, my face is all spotty.
Spotty? It's not spotty.
You're being nice.
No, my face is spotty. Look at this. Don't get too close. It'd be a bad idea.
Can we have a giant pot of tea, please?
Tea for two, yeah?
Yes, please. Oh, we do want the menu too.
Yeah,
we just
still
haven't had
want
a look yet. What are you fancying for breakfast?
Everything.
Avocado on toast?
Oh, I do love avocado on toast.
Scrambled egg on toast?
Oh, I haven't
Or
had some.
pancakes? Man, that's my favourite. Yogurt, granola and berries.
Oh. Should we do half and half? Like we
should do half and half. This is our giant pot of tea. This is what makes us pee. We got the granola. It looks like we've just got a big bowl of granola, literally.
The yogurt's hiding.
Mmm.
And then the magic.
Oh no. She knows every time I'm filming, so I can't get a little sneaky thing of her doing something stupid. You got me on the floor. You look like a little black turd. What? I'm waiting for Hannah to kick off some dance moves, but she's not giving us anything, guys. Beautiful. How does Hannah dance in a club?
I don't.
I think she dances like this.
Like, don't come hit me.
If I see you in a club, I'm
I'm not going to clubbing with you ever.
Anyway, we're going now. We love you guys.